Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking projector. This is called Cinema 500 Max. It is done by a company called Bomaker. They are awesome when it comes to projectors. So number one, that this is a 1080p native resolution, but it can intake up to 4K. We will show you on the screen. And I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family, and make sure you click the notification icon, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. And here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with this power adapter, and you can see that one side will be connecting to your projector and the other side will be connecting to the power supply, which will be created for Canada and United States. It also comes with this HDMI cable, which is about 1 meter long. Now it also comes with this little Ziploc, which has a bunch of components inside, so let's go through it. It comes with this RCA adapter. One side is audio jack, or should I say audio video jack, that goes at the back of your projector, and the other side is RCA cables, which is just right and left for stereo, and this part is for video, which will be good for your VCRs or older type of games or even camcorders. And it also comes with this remote inside of a plastic so it doesn't get scratched up, and this is how it really looks. So you can see from the top, this is IR remote. You have a power, you have a source, settings, and then navigation key with the OK, and also play and pause in the middle. You also have menu, return, home, and then the mute button. You also have the zoom in, and also this is to make it full screen, and this one is to make it smaller screen. Then you have brightness, and also if you want to make it dark, it's all there, except that the name is nicely written in the bottom, and also have the model number written. If you flip in the back, there's nothing here. There is a little mic so you can talk to it, and once you open it, takes 2 AAA battery, which is not included in the box, but I really like it how they created this so that way it really stands out. There's nothing else around it. And the best part is the manual. Now the manual is very big, but you can see there are different languages in there, and when you go through, it covers everything from component into how to connect it, and also how you can connect it to the ceiling. There's a lot of things that will be explained in this, so you can get also a better resolution. And if you look on inside of it, it will tell you how much you should be able to get. So its maximum is 150 inches, which is a cool thing to know. And then all the menus that we're going to cover in this video is all going to be written in color and really good quality pages. And if you look in the back, it has their company name, and if you look in the back, the bottom part, it has all of their different locations that you can contact them, also through social networking and what stuff they cover, all going to be written in the back. Now the big part is the actual projector. It's inside of a plastic so it doesn't get scratched up, but once you open it and you take it out, this is how it looks. Going from the front, it looks really slick the way that they have really designed this. I really like that little cut that they have placed. And then if you really look, it's brushed aluminum on the top, which we're going to show in a couple of seconds. But from the front, you have their 3D logo, which says Bomaker, really nicely done. The IR sensor, and then the lens, and there's a cap to it so you can take off. And here how the lens really looks. It's really big, and that's how you're going to get your 1080p properly, is because how big this is. Now going around it, you have their manual zoom, so that way you can zoom in and zoom out. As you can see, the lens is moving. And then going on the side of it, it has a little filter that sometimes if you are in an environment that has a lot of dust, you can change this by just taking it out. Now, that's not the only thing. Look in the back part of it. It has a lot of connections here. So we're going to capture one by one. So it has a really nice looking name written, and then there is another IR sensor, which is right around here. It does say that it is IR sensor. The power connections here, which we're going to connect in a couple of seconds. You have 2 USB connections. This way you can put a thumb drive, and also if you want to charge your phone, this will really work. But I really suggest that you use it for hard drive or thumb drive so you can play your movies. Also, you have a audio jack. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see it better. So you have an audio jack, and that way you can put it on a headphones or speakers. And also you have an AV port so that we can connect it to older type of devices. We have HDMI 1 and then HDMI 2. So this we can connect two devices at the same time, and then with your remote you can change the source. We have a nice speaker, so this way it sounds really good. If we flip it on the other side, there's more holes for ventilation. And then when we go on the top part of it, it has this nice little brush aluminum. You can see that it's nicely done. You have some touchpad on the top, so this way you can play with it if you put your remote aside. Remember that when you're touching these, it will wobble a little bit, so make sure that you don't touch this and use the remote more. But if you need the buttons, it is right on the top. Now when you go on the bottom part of it, you have these little parts, so when you set it up on the actual ground, it sits properly. There are some little cuts so it doesn't wobble. You can see these parts, and then it has this part that you can open so that we can sit on the ground properly. I'm going to show you in a couple of seconds. There are some holes for ventilation, but these parts has to come out in order for you to set this up on a ceiling upside down. Now when you flip it and you want to set it down on the desk, there is a little part so you can level it. So this way, if you have to angle it a little bit, it really helps out. All right, enough said about it. Let's get this connected. So on the first boot, this is what you should see, is a nice animation. So as soon as it goes in, this is the screen you should see. Has nice menu set up already on the screen. So let's go through. You can see that this is their home, and then you have their HDMI connection, HDMI 2 connection, and then the AV port. So that's how you will be able to connect. We will get to that in a few seconds. By going through, when you hook up a USB, you can play all of these, even documents. So let's go through first. There's Miracast, and then also have the iOS cast. So since I don't use any type of Apple devices, I'm just going to create and I'm going to play with the Miracast in a couple of seconds. But you can see on the top you have a Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, also USB connection, and then settings. So let's go through one by one, capture each one of them and tell you exactly how good they are. First thing we're going to go through is going to be settings, so select it. And here is the settings. It's so simple and very big icons. It makes really good sense to play with something like this. So here you go. First one is the Wi-Fi settings. Let's go to it. And as soon as you go in, the toggle is off. You have to turn it on. And then once you turn it on, it takes a couple of seconds and then it will show you your Wi-Fi names. There you go. So I will select mine. Yes, we will be presented with this nice keyboard and you have to select your password. Now, once your password is entered, I have to mention that you can show your password or you can hide your password. And then you can go to connect. Select it, takes a couple of seconds. And there you go. Now it's telling you that it is connected. Beautiful. Now we will press back. And now the same thing will happen when you go to Bluetooth settings. You have to turn it on and then you will see the little wheel is right now just spinning. And that means is searching for the device names. So once it comes up, then you can click on it and then you can enter the password and you will connect. The next part is the projection screen settings. This part means that if you have this in the front, this is how it will look. But if you want to switch this from the back projection, this is how it will look. If you want to put it on the ceiling upside down, you can fix it too. And also if it's from the rear, but you hooked it up to the ceiling, this is how it will look. Or you want to put it regular. One more thing is the Keystone Advanced. Now remember that the Keystone is set up a little bit different. So you can set it up manually. You can also keystone it manually. Or you can see that the top will move back, or you can make it to come back. So this way it's nice and straight, and 0 is going to be straight. And now once you go minus, the bottom will move back. So this way the keystone changes. Again, these are all digital, so it's not done for you manually. And this is the best part because your screen, it's not going to go out of focus in the corners. That is the best part. One more thing that I like is called digital zoom. So if you select it, this is how easy it is to process. So if you use your remote and then you press up, you can see that it goes to the 100%. But if you press down, it goes really quickly, goes to smaller screen. Now 60% is the maximum that you can go back. So, and this is the 100%. We're going to leave it on this because of this video. But this is how easy it is for you to digitally zoom in and zoom out. Again, the best part is that this way you're not going to lose your focus on any of the corner or even in the middle. it's all going to be set up automatically. And that part is also done. So the next part is going to be system update. Now system update is really cool to the way that is all set up. You can see everything is written down on what you should be expecting. So the current version is there, and then the newer version is there too. You can see it that it says there. And also now you can go ahead and update it online. So you can select it, and there you go. Now it is connecting to the server to download the latest software. For the meantime, if there is a local update, it will show up right here, and then you can select it. And if you have it on a USB, you can just download it that way. But you can also use this to factory reset. It will give you a pop-up. It will reset everything, so that all your settings and stuff that you already set up, like your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, all going to be wiped. Even settings for your picture, that will be also wiped. So we will get out of this. Now other settings, when you go to it, this is how easy it is to process. Is it also have the power options, so this way you can make it standby, direct, and also so that way it automatically, as soon as it turns on, goes to a port. It's all set up there too. Also, you can change your languages. You can select, so that way it goes to a different language, which I just accidentally selected. I'm going back to English right there, and then we will select back. So going down, it also have this scheduled turn off. You can select it to 10 minutes, 20, 30, 60, 120. So this way, if you don't want to touch it, the projector just shuts off by itself, so it does not going to use a lot of electricity. Now going into about, it just gives you information about the system and also the MAC address on this device itself. And this was settings. All right, let's go through and select HDMI 1, which we connected. Now we have placed this on one of the Android boxes. It's a beautiful Android box, by the way. So let's just select a few things. Number one, we'll be going into settings, and let's see what's the maximum resolution this projector can accept. There you go. So you can see that this projector do accept 4K, which is in the bottom, and 30 Hertz. So we will select that. Now the screen is set up on 4K and 30 Hertz. So now let's go through and just check out to see how good the quality will look. So this is our channel on YouTube. So we will go through and play one of the videos, and then let's check it out to see how good this will look playing. All right, so we will select this. So here you go. This is how it really looks. All right, so we will put this on a mute so we can do this part. This is how nice the picture will look with the lights off. So let's just check it out with the lights on. Again, it's a little bit faded, but it's not that much, so we don't have to really worry about missing some of the particles. Now, if you do have a dimmer on your light, which it just did, this is how it will look with the lights being really dim. But this projector is made for total light off. You can probably see that on the side I do have light coming up, but I've covered it in a way so I can get this picture properly on the screen. Again, it is very bright and how everything looks. That's not the only thing. All right, so now we're going to check to see how much pixels it will show when you go very near to the screen. So we will do this part in hands-free to show you exactly how much pixels it will show. So this is from about 2 meters back. And this is how it looks when you're very near to the screen itself. It really doesn't show that much of pixels. Now this time we're going to test to see exactly how much light it will provide for us near to the projector itself, which you can see right now it's out of 2000. And this is giving us about 720 or 25 maximum. I didn't see anything higher. But then we're going to take it near to the screen to show you exactly how much numbers they will show. So as you can see, when we hold it, it's out of 200, and we got about 150 lux out of it. Now just the fan noise, as you can hear it right now, this is the number that we get when we are very near to the actual projector. Now this is with the fan noise being a little bit far, but you have to understand that outside there is noises from outside also going to mix to this. So this is just a fan noise being near to the screen. When you're trying to connect everything via Bluetooth on the speaker, there's not much latency. It sounds very vibrant through the Bluetooth speakers, and that way you get a proper sound out of it that you're really looking for. When you are playing video games on this projector itself, the colors are vibrant. You can see that it shows so beautiful colors. And here's a little thing that once you start playing with the game itself, the latency on this is a little bit over than other projectors. So you can see that when I'm trying to move back and forth, it is a little bit delayed on the screen as I'm showing you right now, except that if you want to play movies on this, oh, look beautiful. There's no way that you're going to have any kind of problem when you have an action movie, especially when you're trying to play it on 4K. It will look beautiful. It's just really nice and smooth the way that everything looks on the fast action movies. All the links will be available in the bottom of this video where you can order this from, and on top of that, if you have more questions, don't worry, ask on this video. We love to help you out. Except that this was our take on Bomaker's Cinema 500 Max projector, which is 1080p. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.